Vedika, congratulations.
Thank you.
Rave reviews.
Thank
Nishanchi everywhere.
Thank you.
I saw part 1 and saw it
Okay.
in the theaters. And
Yes,
now,
I'm
of
so
course,
glad that you did.
I loved it.
अनुराग सर के साथ काम करके ना वो एक लाइफ का मास्टर क्लास हो गया था. द फर्स्ट थिंग वुड बी इज दैट वो डांटते हैं, ज़्यादा डांटते हैं. मेरे माँ बाप को बोलने कि मैंने अब तुम्हारी बेटी को अडॉप्ट कर लिया है, वो अब मेरी बेटी है एंड आई एम टेकिंग हर ऑन दिस जर्नी विथ मी एंड बहुत मुश्किल होगा और बहुत रोएगी ये लड़की, बट आई विल ट्रीट हर लाइक आई विल ट्रीट माई ओन डॉटर. ड्राइविंग, वो लड़की है, you know, गलत टर्म. अच्छा लड़की है. What do you mean, dude? Girls can drive well. उनके सपने जब आते थे ना, सारा सेट डर जाता था क्योंकि वो आके कहते अनिमेश मेरे को कल रात को सपना आया. बस मतलब सर को सपना आया तो मतलब हम सबकी लगी है. I am a Bombay girl. My Hindi is also, I mean I shouldn't say this, but like even my Hindi is a little Bombay-fied, you know. That I've had a full panic attack in the morning, full. And AK is telling me, he's like, पर तुझे पता था तुझे ये करना है? मैं बोला सर मुझे नहीं लगा कि 300 लोग एक्चुअली होंगे. मैं रियल पिक्चर बनाता हूँ, ऑब्वियसली होंगे.
So Wikipedia is wrong. Your birthday is
October 17th, not October 14th. बचपन से I used to watch Madhuri Dixit and I used to watch Sonali Bendre and I used to watch Kareena Kapoor. I got bullied as a kid. Okay, for having a unibrow and for being a very hairy kid and you know not being like the popular cute or cool girl. And I think that today, because of social media and because of the excessive amounts of availability of beauty and this and that, I think that people are starting to appreciate realness. The new makeup trend of putting kajal on the up line.
Oh, thank you. It's
You know what I'm talking about? It's so painful. Yeah. I have encountered men who you know like to pull you down or make you feel small or make you feel like you know you're undeserving or you're not worth it or you're not worthy and stuff, and then they, after making you feel that way, will be like, but I will.
Oh, classic.
I will pull you up.
One woman in the industry who inspires you.
Alia Bhatt. I think I had an app for about 2 weeks and I had 0 matches.
Come
I
on.
swear, I had 0
And you
matches.
didn't write.
The only 2-3 matches that I had were my own friends who were on the app. यार बहुत बार होता है. I to fall in love every day.
Hi guys, मैं हूँ स्तुति. Welcome to the Superwomania show. Okay, we're here, this lovely place. I wish I could give you a home tour, but this is not my home to give you a tour. The one who lives here, who's looking amazing herself, is Vedika Pinto.
Hello.
Welcome to the Superwomania show.
I'm very happy to be on the Superwomania show. I'm feeling like a Superwomania right
Yes,
now.
that's the idea. हमने नाम ही ऐसे शानदार रख दिया कि आप automatically grand feel करें.
And I'm feeling it. And thank you for the compliments on my home. I will tell my parents you said so.
It's a beautiful house in Bombay. You see space and color in this beautiful terrace, and you're like, now I know why you're not moving out.
I'm grateful. I can't move out. I can't leave. In fact, I think about moving out quite a lot and plan है, इसी साल plan है, पर मैं दूर नहीं जाऊंगी. मतलब अगर अगला फ्लैट मिल गया तो बेस्ट है, नीचे वाला फ्लैट मिल गया तो इवन बेटर है, बट उससे दूर नहीं.
तो मुझे ऐसे क्यों लगता है कि basically even if you shift out, the meals will be here, the
Everything
laundry
will
will
be
come here,
Everything will be here.
the online delivery of parcels will be here.
Everything will be here. बस थोड़ा अपना जगह होगा. In fact, घर, this is my home. I've grown up here. तो चिल करना होगा तो भी मैं यहीं होंगी, नैप करना होगा फिर भी मैं यहीं आ जाऊंगी. एक्चुअली आप लोग ने मेरा नैपिंग काउच मूव कर दिया है, बट द काउच दैट वाज हियर इज माय डेजिग्नेटेड नैप स्पॉट, व्हिच राइट बिफोर यू ऑल केम आई वाज नैपिंग ऑन दैट काउच.
Amazing. Okay, Vedika, congratulations.
Thank you.
Rave reviews.
Thank
Nishanchi everywhere.
Thank you.
I saw part 1 and saw it in the theaters. And
Yes,
now,
I'm
of
so
course,
glad that you did.
I loved it.
Oh, lovely.
Please.
Part 2 भी आया है वैसे.
Part 2 भी आया है, वही मैं बोलने वाली थी. Part 2 आया है, वो OTT पे है. You know, everybody, if you haven't, please watch it. How does it feel? Okay, is there a Vedika Pinto pre-Nishanchi and post-Nishanchi when you know now that
there is a Vedika Pinto pre and post Nishanchi, but I wouldn't say pre and post the release. I would say pre and post the shoot. I think that अनुराग सर के साथ काम करके ना वो एक लाइफ का मास्टर क्लास हो गया था. He really pushes you. He really makes you face your demons, let's say. and he really brings the best out of you. And sometimes that's very hard to do, and it seems very intimidating, but it was without a doubt one of the greatest experiences of my life. तो है वेदिका pre and post, but pre and post shoot.
I love how you've answered this.
Yes.
Okay, I am going to interject, and I want to know, we've heard so many actors talk about how much they enjoy working with Anurag Kashyap.
Yes,
Tell us three things, three
Yes.
reasons
Okay.
why you
enjoyed working
enjoy.
with him.
What happened? What does he teach you? How does he treat you? Like, what is it?
I think the first thing would be is that वो डांटते हैं, ज़्यादा डांटते हैं, but जितना डांटते हैं ना उससे 2 गुना ज़्यादा प्यार करते हैं.
Okay.
तो he'll scold you.
The first time that must have happened, I'm sure it would have.
No,
unnerved
it
you.
didn't because वो घर आए थे actually before we started.
वो डांटने घर आए?
नहीं 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 मेरे माँ बाप को बोलने कि मैंने अब तुम्हारी बेटी को अडॉप्ट कर लिया है, वो अब मेरी बेटी है एंड आई एम टेकिंग हर ऑन दिस जर्नी विथ मी एंड बहुत मुश्किल होगा और बहुत रोएगी ये लड़की, बट आई विल ट्रीट हर लाइक आई विल ट्रीट माई ओन डॉटर एंड शी इज़ इन सेफ हैंड्स. तो मुझे पता था कि ये सीन होने वाला है, कि मुझे एक और पापा मिल गए हैं. एंड इन रियल लाइफ माई पापा डजंट डांट लाइक शाउट एट मी, बट ये पापा डांटते हैं. बट so I think that's one thing, that he nurtures you and he also brings he pushes you, he really pushes you, but he nurtures you. The second thing is that, man, it's a journey. Every day is a सरप्राइज विथ हिम, कि पता नहीं शूट क्या कर रहे हैं, सीन कौन सा नया सीन लिख के वो सामने डाल देंगे, क्या इम्प्रोवाइज करने को कहेंगे, क्या उनके पागल सपने में उन्होंने क्या देखा है एंड वही हम करने वाले. उनके सपने जब आते थे ना सारा सेट डर जाता था, क्योंकि वो आके कहते अनिमेश मेरे को कल रात को सपना आया बस. मतलब सर को सपना आया तो मतलब हम सबकी लगी है, क्योंकि पता नहीं क्या बोलने वाले हैं. And so it's a real ride. Everything is you're constantly on edge in the best way possible. And I think the third thing for me, I don't know about every other actor, पर अगर मेरा confidence ज़मीन पर था वो अब यहाँ आ गया है बस उनकी वजह से. And he used to tell me, in fact एक बार उन्होंने मुझे रुलाया था सेट पे, because he told me वो बीमार थे, I was stressing और मेरा एक सीन चल रहा था और वो सीन मुझसे हो नहीं रहा था, and he was pushing me and stuff and I was getting nervous कि ये सीन नहीं हो रहा, मैं नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, मैं नहीं रिंकू बन सकती, मुझसे नहीं होगा and all. and फिर मैं उनको जाके पूछ रही हूँ कि सर आप ठीक हो, आपने खाना खाया? तो मुझे देख के कहते हैं कि यार रिंकू तू ना अपने आप से जितना मुझसे प्यार करती है ना अपने आप से किया कर. and मैं रोने लगी हूँ, because you know it's such a profound thing that he said. And it's also something that really stays with you, and these are the things that kind of like help shape you up into, well, I hope, a good actor and a good person. And
Amazing. I love what you said. उनके सपनों की बात अगर हम करें, okay, a crazy sapna. Where because when I watched it, and I was like, you know, this is Hindi heartland.
Yes.
Okay? That dialect, that accent that you get.
And I'm a Bombay girl.
And you're a through and through Bombay
Yes,
girl,
in
which
fact-
we've discovered now, and we will come to detail about how Wikipedia has all wrong information.
Yes,
about
I'm a
Vedic.
Bombay girl. My Hindi is also, I mean, I shouldn't say this, but like even my Hindi is a little Bombay-fied,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. How was that? How did you? So do you still talk like that?
नहीं होगा. अब आप उनसे पूछोगे तो होगा ही नहीं. वो मतलब ऐसे लग रहा है कि किसी और ज़माने की बात है. Because we were also in it, right? We were in Lucknow for 3 months shooting. So for those 3 months, everything else was forgotten. I was no more Vedika. I was no more that Bombay girl. Like it was.
Were your parents, your close friends, were they surprised seeing?
My girlfriends actually changed our group chat name to Rinku Please Reply, because there were like 400 unread messages.
Oh my God.
Which I hadn't
That's
seen.
because you were in character and you.
I don't know if it's about being in character. I mean, yeah, to a certain extent, but I have this thing where, and it's not like, oh, I need to be in the zone and all. I choose to kind of surrender to an experience. And Nishanchi was such an experience because it was so far away from who I am, and so much was required of me really, that I chose to step away from myself and step into that world. Also, did you watch that song, the first dance number,
Yeah.
the on stage one? That looks fun, but I would say that was probably one of the hardest days of my life. Because I'm really there and dancing this raunchy number in front of 300 men. And you have to go so far away from, I had to go so far away from myself to be able to do that. I've had a full panic attack in the morning, full. And AK is telling me, he's like, पर तुझे पता था तुझे ये करना है? मैं बोला सर मुझे नहीं लगा कि 300 लोग actually होंगे. मैं rare picture बनाता, obviously होंगे. So I think that I needed to detach a little bit from myself, because being a Bombay girl, like growing up with my family, you know, I've been taught to be a lady and be polite, and you know, we sit like this and we talk like this, and now suddenly to be doing these thumkas and jhumkas in front of like
Those
300
expression,
men and,
yeah,
and all, like it's a bit much.
But probably that's why it's such a memorable experience. You were pushed
Absolutely.
out of your comfort zone and you did something you thought you can't.
Absolutely. And it really makes you, it helps you understand that, dude, you can do anything. If you put your mind to it, no, you can. And you know what that helps with? Like, I'm also like an overthinker, and I tend to like make things much larger in my head, and I stress and overthink and stuff. And you know, like, the worst that you can think of is not so bad. So it's fine. You'll get through it.
Okay, we'll stick to dancing like nobody's watching.
Yes.
Which brings me to, I think, that music video that everybody got to know you with.
Liggy.
Liggy.
Yes.
You know, I was one of those. Ki, Arey, who's this girl? Like, of course, you enjoy the song, but you're hooked to the video.
Yes.
And I remember Googling, I'm like, I need to know. I need to find out who this girl is because she's just so good.
Thank you.
So how was that, and how was life after that? Because that would have given you the sort of fame which
It did. And you know what's funny is that when Liggy released, I was in the Lakshadweep Islands on a dive trip.
Okay.
And Lakshadweep Islands has no network. We were staying in like huts and
So
stuff.
you had no idea.
So I had no idea. I gave my best friend my Instagram login, and I told her that, listen, someone from the direction team will send you the video. I've told them, just upload it onto Instagram at the time and stuff. And
तब collab नहीं था ना?
नहीं, collab नहीं था. There was no collab. नहीं, collab.
Kids, this was at a time
This
when there
was,
were
yeah, long before the collab era. So I just told her that, listen, just post it. So she said okay, and I was like, and you know, if you read if someone like any, and I'm not thinking outside people, I'm saying, you know, it was my first time on camera, my friends, my family will post stories and all, and I told her, screenshot them so that I can see them later. And you have to fly from Bangaram, Lakshadweep to Bangalore, and then Bangalore to Bombay. And I had a 1.5 layover in Bangalore. 1.5 hours that I spent in Bangalore that day felt like 2 minutes, because I've got network and my phone has
just gone.
Exploded. It was probably like, and I think that was the first time, right? I guess with Liggy, I had officially entered the realm.
Yeah.
You know, I was officially like in the public domain, and I was out there now. Like, my first piece of work was now available for anyone to see. We're on YouTube, and it was crazy. Like, the love, I remember just sitting on my phone like a crazy person, like, what's going on? I had like messages and Instagram, and my friend who I messaged, I was like, did you take screenshots? And she's like, Vedika, I can't take any more screenshots. And I was like, okay, sorry.
So tell me, you are a dancer.
I'm not a dancer.
So
I don't want to
This interview is also about discovering that a lot of information about you online is actually incorrect.
It's incorrect. I'm not a dancer. I like to dance. I have, for Nishanchi, I trained. And prior to Nishanchi also, I did go to Kathak school and I did dabble in it a little bit, but no, I'm not a dancer. I enjoy dancing.
So this video struck a chord because it was all about this woman, this
Yes.
girl who's dancing like nobody's watching,
Yes.
and you know, she's going crazy and in her elements, and that lehenga and you know, that white slip. It was just so cute. How was it to shoot that? Because you know, how nonchalant and you know, not caring about the world, how much of that could you actually do?
So I had no idea what we were doing on the sets of Liggy.
Okay.
The director Daria, Once she selected me and stuff, she was like, okay, and she come to shoot, come to this, come to that, everything is ready, okay. There was no script. There was this.
So they just told you just go.
Yeah,
mind it.
so there was this. I had to do one dance workshop. I had to do one crump workshop, and then some mehndi this and that, and whatever prep is required,
Yeah.
and that was it. There was no script. There was no synopsis. There was no. It was Daria and her vision, and I seemed to fit into that vision. And I was just called onto set, and I was told, now do this, now do this, now do this. A lot, actually, fun fact, a lot of what has made it to the final cut was not supposed to. Like, there's a shot where I'm playing with the flowers on set. That I was just playing with the flowers on set while waiting for the shot to get ready, and I didn't know that they were rolling, and she's like, oh, I like that, let's put it in. So I think what Liggy was just whoever was involved was just having a good time. I was clueless, but I was told to enjoy myself and just have fun, and that's what I did. So until I actually saw Liggy, I had no idea what we were doing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to put some facts out there.
Yes.
You're a Bombay girl.
I'm
through
a
and
Bombay
through.
girl.
So Wikipedia is wrong. Your birthday is.
October 17th, not October 14th.
Okay, are you a true Libran?
I am a true Libran.
So is it all about balance for
It's
you?
everything is about
Yeah.
balance. Everything is about balance. I'm extremely diplomatic, annoyingly so.
Good to know. An
Yes.
interviewer is all.
Annoyingly so. Balance is key. I can't handle confrontation. I'm all for justice. Justice is very important, and fairness is extremely important. I don't know if this is a Libran thing. I think it is, but like kindness is supreme. Yeah, I'm a Libran, proper.
Your mom works in a bank? She's
No, she doesn't, dude. She's so bad at numbers. She would never get a job in a bank. She's a very, she's a very creative person. My mother used to make reality TV shows. She still makes reality TV shows. She's a creative mind, not a mathematical mind. My dad is not from Mangalore. Who writes Wikipedia? Who makes these?
Clearly another creative person.
Yes,
Because,
very colorful. I learned so many new things about myself.
So none of
Also,
what
they put such ugly pictures. Like, I think I have nicer pictures than the ones that are on Wikipedia.
So tell me one thing which again the research told us you always wanted to be an actor.
I
Is
always
that-
wanted to be an actor.
वो
That
correct
is
है?
correct, yes.
Okay, so
ये मेरे ही किसी इंटरव्यू से निकाल रखा है.
अच्छा,
बस.
तो वो correct
हाँ,
है.
वो correct है.
When did you realize you wanted to be an actor and why?
बचपन से I used to watch Madhuri Dixit, and I used to watch Sonali Bendre, and I used to watch Kareena Kapoor and Rani
Did
Mukherjee.
you practice all their dance?
Yeah, we used to play acting. No, we used to play acting, and me and my friends used to fight about who got to play the main character. So yeah, we used to play acting, and I always wanted to be an actor. But I'll tell you what the thing was. I wasn't a very confident kid. In fact, I was quite a shy kid, and I was very, like darpok vibes. So I didn't have it in me to say out loud that I wanted to be an actor. And I think that today, I guess with like OTT and the way the industry is becoming larger, there's so much more scope, right? But while growing up, when you looked at Bollywood, it was very small. There was a handful of people who were actors, and there was only a set number of movies that were being made in a year. So it was extremely aspirational. It was very, it still is, but at that time, far more so. So I think that I lacked the confidence and really the self-faith also to be like, oh, I'm going to be one of those people. So I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my mother. I didn't tell my father. I didn't tell my best friends. And when the time came to go to college, I did that. But that's also because my dad insisted that he wanted me to have an education, and I wanted
studied what?
I studied literature and politics.
But you always knew कि heroine बनना है.
हाँ, heroine बनना था, वो तो पता था, but कुछ मतलब पढ़ाई भी करनी है. And actually for me, college was more about the experience, and I'm very blessed. So my parents sent me abroad to study, and I wanted that experience. And I think that what that did was it gave me that confidence to then
So that exposure kind of.
Yes. And I think when you're away and out of your comfort zone, you really come into your own. So once I did that, and then the time came to get a job and stuff, then I was like, oh, by the way, haha, मेरे को actor बनना है. And then
They didn't know तब तक?
so my mom
Or they
knew.
didn't take you seriously?
My mom knew.
Okay.
My mother's instinct, you know. So she was not even 1% surprised. She was like, yeah, I knew. My dad was a little bit like, really, sweetheart? But you know, what about the UK and what about a job? And I was like, no, not this. मैं बॉम्बे आके acting
Nice.
करूँगी. So yeah, and then I started the whole process. Yeah, but it was a little bit easier then to come out and be like, and you know, in fact, if I'm being really honest, even when I moved back, I didn't tell people. Like I would be like, oh yeah, I want to work in film. I don't know what, but like
So be a
in
little coy
film,
and not
be a
really
little coy.
say
Yeah,
कि-
exactly.
yeah. So
exactly.
basically मतलब full on हिंदी picture की heroine बनना है.
Yeah.
ये हमारा मन
हाँ,
है.
ये तो आज भी बोलना मुश्किल होता है. अब भी मैंने पिक्चर कर भी लिए, फिर भी बोलना, you know, it's a little, because it's such an aspirational job, right? And like I remember I told AK this on the set, and there's that song in part 1, Sharam Lagila, in that dream sequence, and I told him, I was like, you know, मेरा बचपन का सपना आज पूरा हो रहा है. To wear that little chanya choli and do the.
I was just going to say it's such a filmy film. So you know, we kind of lived your dream.
Yeah, I
manifested
did.
it.
My
You were-
childhood
yeah,
dream
yeah.
came that day on set, because that was a fun day. That day on set, some childhood dream of Vedika's came true.
Listen, you're part of an industry where so much is dependent on how a person's looking. We've templatized so many things, so many stereotypes. I have actors who have worked many years and they've said, you know, things are changing for the better. It might be slow, but it's happening.
Yeah.
You're a young actor. You go to a movie set today. Do you think it's a safe work environment, or every set is different and you cannot actually take that for granted?
So I don't know about the set, and I don't know about the safety of it and stuff, but I have a problem which my mother and my agent and the people have an issue with, which is that I got bullied as a kid. Okay, for having a unibrow and for being a very hairy kid, and you know, not being like the popular, cute or cool girl. And I think that really affected me. And when I told you earlier that I went away to school and stuff, I really found some grounding in myself. And I think that one of the things was that I vehemently decided to not identify with the way I look. Today, I can get compliments and they'll make me happy, but they don't define me.
But you have consciously not attached value.
Yes, absolutely not. And today, if you tell me that, oh my god, you look stunning, or you tell me like, oh, I really liked your work, the latter will always prevail for me, you know. So I will be that person who goes on to set in my jhalla jeans and my oversized shirt, and when the time comes to attend a GQ party, I will get ready and I will doll up and I will enjoy the whole process of it, because I'm a girl who likes to get ready and look nice, but I don't identify with it. And I try to avoid anybody, or I try to avoid accepting that that might be how somebody else perceives me, just for my own sanity, you know.
What you've said is really nice, but how hard is it? Because now you're in an industry where, you know, you have to post a picture. I think you have to be very mindful about what you're posting. I'm just saying because that's what I've
Can
heard.
I tell you something?
No?
Based on my Instagram insights, let me tell you something. If I post a picture of myself with no makeup and, you know, just hanging out on this couch, the response I get is far more than when I take pains, and my makeup artist and my hairstylist and my stylist take pains putting a look together. The first is far more appreciated. And I think that today, because of social media and because of the excessive amounts of availability of beauty and this and that, I think that people are starting to appreciate realness. I do believe that. I really do believe that, and I like that. That's not to say I don't like getting ready. Huh? I love it. I love it. I love getting into that van in the morning and getting ready into character, and when you have to go for an event, I enjoy it. The photo shoots, it's like my childhood self would have been like, really? Is that your job? Like, you have to get ready and take pictures? Wow. So it's all amazing and it's incredible, but I think that the balance, you know, you get to be that person, but you should just have some grounding also, you know, wear your kurta pajama and sit without some makeup sometimes, and I enjoy that.
Tell me one thing that you do just for fashion, which is painful, but you do it because it makes you look good.
High heels, man.
High heels. I know.
High heels. Gotta do it, but vanity is painful. High heels and the new makeup trend of putting kajal on the up line.
Oh, thank you. It's
You know what I'm talking about? That
hate
upper
it,
line.
yeah.
Oh, it's so painful.
Yeah.
I
I'm like,
remem-
kill me. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it tickles or it scratches, and every day is a new sensation. But high heels and upar ka kajal.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have to agree. Okay, I get that. Acha, the course of this interview, you said, and you were right. You said, as growing up in Bombay, you're told sit like a lady.
Yeah.
This is how you behave. This is how you talk, and
It's all about poise.
it's all about poise. And we are acutely aware of our privilege. We know
Yes.
that we've got a lot that a lot of women our age, a lot of young girls will not get.
Yes.
When was the first time you realized, oh, this is actually not an equal world?
Very early on.
Very early on?
Very early on. I used to do a lot of work with NGOs when I was especially when I was in school. I did the IB program, so we had like designated community and service that we had to do. And then I think that that really struck a chord with me. I have an aunt who used to look after underprivileged kids and who used to teach special kids. So I've been exposed to that since the time I was a child. And I remember I was working with out of school, of course. I was working with an NGO called Empower Her. And it's run by a friend of mine, and I had some time, so I went on some day trips with her to see what the state was of women around and stuff. And I think that the first time you're asking from a women's point of view, right? I think the first time I realized was I must have been like 16 or 17 years old, and I realized that to think or to question is also a privilege.
So true. Yeah.
And when you are not aware that you can question something, then you realize that shit, I'm in such a privileged position because I'm going far beyond the step of just simple questioning. I also had a lady who worked for me, and she's like my grandmother, and I had a guy friend over once, and this was many years ago, and I mean, it's a very sad story, but we were playing and, he was like my boyfriend at the time, and we were just messing around and playing, and I was like trying to get some attention. So I was like, mujhe maar raha hai, dekho. And she just looked at me and she's like, abhi se. And I remember that was like such a, this is getting a bit serious, but that was such a, it came down on me like really hard, because I was like, oh my god, this is just how people think, and
it's so normalized.
it's so no, and she said it like with a half smile on her face, So I'm acutely aware that we don't live in an equal world. I'm acutely aware that some people are far more privileged, and I don't want to make any bold statements here and say that, I would like to use my privilege and, help people and stuff, although I think most people would want to do that. But I think that the most fundamental and the most humane thing that one can do is just be aware of their privilege,
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have a brother, a younger brother. He's like my best friend. We
So
fight.
are you the typical...
No. Were you going to ask me if I'm the typical older sister? No, I'm not. We take turns to be the mature one or to be the sensible one. I would like to believe that I wouldn't like to believe actually that he's more sensible than I am most
Which is a
times.
very good elder sibling behavior.
Yes, but we're also only 3 years apart.
Yeah.
And I think that he's also a part of the industry. He is an associate director at Dharma, and he's recently become an entrepreneur as well. He started a QSR chain called the Crofel Guys. Please, you guys must try it. But I think because we're both part of the same industry and we have the same group of friends, and our lives are so intertwined that we're friends, and we kind of bounce off each other a lot, and there's a lot of room for advice and for just guidance both ways. I mean, we don't have that elder younger sibling relationship at all.
Did you ever, I mean, you of course have been quite honest and you've said I always wanted to be
Yeah.
in films and be a heroine, be an actress. कभी apprehensions थे कि they say this industry is really, it can be nasty, it can be really hard. Did you ever have fears like this?
Fears means it's happened. Like, there have been instances, I would say, in my journey thus far, where I have encountered exactly what you're talking about. There are very good people that you meet in this industry, and there are also some not so nice people you meet, and there's some people who really drive you and motivate you, and some who really pull you down, man. They really
Yeah,
pull you
you-
down. I've had those experiences, and they've been not pleasant, and you're consumed with doubt and insecurity, but you live and you learn. And a part of my privilege is that I have a very, very strong home life, and I have very supportive parents and a brother, and we have a very transparent relationship, and I have that sense of security, that if things are going wrong, I come home and I tell them, and they tell me that that's not right, and you should stand up for yourself. And it's hard to do that. It's really hard, because a lot of the times when you're in that situation, it's someone who's in a position of power who's mistreating you, right? And to stand up or to speak out, it's very hard, no matter how much confidence or how much security you have.
So don't give me names.
No,
if you
I
don't
will
want
not.
to. But what happened? Like, give us an instance of when you felt like you were badly treated or not given your due.
Since we are on the Superwomania podcast, let's talk about it. And I am not one of those like anti-men,
that's not
hardcore,
what
like
it's about,
super right-wing feminists who are like cruel men.
Feminists,
Yeah, exactly. I'm not one of those at all. But at the same time, I'm aware that there are also many patriarchal people, and in this industry especially, So I have encountered men who like to pull you down or make you feel small or make you feel like, you're undeserving or you're not worth it or you're not worthy and stuff. And then they, after making you feel that way, will be like, but I will.
Classic.
I will pull you up and I am with you.
I will then be the savior.
I will be your savior, right? I will destroy you and then I will only save you. So, and that happens a lot. It happens
But great,
a lot.
you're aware of that. And great you're
Yeah,
calling
I
it out.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I think the first time that it happened, I was so intimidated. My mother was so worried, and she was like, don't be like this, and you got to stand up for yourself. But I can be a tigress in my home life, but you become a mouse outside.
Yeah.
But you live and you learn, and I would like, and you know what? There are men who are like that, and then there are also men who really support you. So in this specific incident, what happened was that I had my associate director on the project who was a friend of mine, who had become a friend of mine, and he's the one who I confided in, and he's the one who was like, you will not stand for that, you will speak up.
Okay, we'll do a Superwomania rapid fire.
Okay, come on, let's do it.
The most subtle everyday form of sexism that people don't consider sexism, but you know better.
Driving. Oh, लड़की है. गलत टर्न. अच्छा लड़की है. What do you mean, dude? Girls can drive well.
One set where you realized this is what a safe working environment feels like. I feel like I know the answer, but
I think that I've been lucky enough that my first set was Liggy, right? And that was a very safe environment. So it set the bar for me, I would say. Also female director.
Yeah. Makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yes. One thing about female representation on screen that still makes you feel like we can do better.
I think it's changing. But I hate this trope of that same bubbly girl. You go for any casting and they're like, नहीं वो bubbly, energetic होनी चाहिए. यार नए characters
It's that,
देखो.
what we call that geet
Geet.
trope होता है.
Everybody wants to be a
Yeah.
geet, but women are so
There are many
diverse,
shades, guys.
yes,
Yeah.
like show all our colors.
Yeah.
We're wild and wonderful.
So you're told that in auditions कि bubbly.
हाँ, bubbly. Every audition bubbly.
Oh, sounds like a chewing gum, but anyway.
Bubbly.
Okay. Have you ever been asked a question in an interview, press, that you think no man will ever be asked? Or let me tweak this a little for you. An experience you've had that you think is unique to your gender. You faced it because you're a woman.
The one that I just mentioned, right? Where someone wants to put you down and then bring you up. The savior complex.
Yeah. Okay, one woman in the industry who inspires you.
Alia Bhatt.
One myth about glam girls in Bollywood that you wish you could permanently delete.
That we sit at home with makeup.
You don't have makeup on. do you?
Barely. I mean, I put
Or
little
is that the
concealer.
no
I haven't-
makeup look?
No, I haven't slept, so I do have some concealer on. But this is also a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Next time you come over, we won't have concealer on.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When people call you the liggy girl, how do you feel?
I love it.
And
You don't shy away from the things that help make you, you know.
exactly.
Until today, in fact, I was at the airport day before yesterday, and somebody stopped me for a photo, and in my head I'm like, oh my god, someone seen
Yeah,
Nishan Singh.
yeah.
They're like, ma'am, आपकी video इतनी पसंद आई, and I'm like, oh, Liggy.
Cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A belief about beauty you had growing up that you have unlearned now.
That bushy eyebrows are a bad thing.
If your younger self could see you today, the one thing that she would be proudest of.
That I'm doing it.
If Rinku could give Vedika life advice, what do you think that would be?
Just don't give a shit, man.
Say it like Rinku.
No, I can't. How you'll have to beep it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Should actresses be allowed to refuse any costume that they feel uncomfortable with?
Yes, we should.
Are women judged more harshly for the same career gaps as compared to a man? You take a break from work, whether it's
Yes. But I think that the conversation about menstruation is becoming a little more. In fact, 3 days ago I was on a set and I had a senior actor who, because I was in visible discomfort, and he showed me a acupuncture trick that he learned from a shaman girlfriend of his once, and it helped me. I'll teach you. There's like a pressure point under your knee.
Under the knee?
Yes, where the bone is, and if you just like press down on that really hard, it helps. So I think the conversation is like opening up, and people are becoming more.
It's not hushed and
Yes,
it's
like you
not-
don't do that plastic bag mein chupao anymore, you know.
Yeah. How important are female friendships?
The most important.
The one thing that men never get about female friendships. How would you describe it to a person who is not experienced?
Men don't understand female relationships. This is something that my brother and I fight about all the time. He's like, yeah, women's relationships are so complicated, which they might be, but that's because women are far more complex.
Yeah.
And I think that the complexity comes from a place of being far more aware and in tune with our emotions.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. What is your take on working hours? Fixed working hours, long working hours, what is it?
I don't mind this.
You don't mind if you're here to work.
I'm
and
here
you
to
want-
work.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
On-screen beauty standards?
Yes.
Do you think it's evolving? It's changing? How do we make it a place which is more inclusive and doesn't make young girls feel like they're not being represented?
I'll tell you why I think it's changing, because now there's room for characters where you don't have to be. Like today, if you're playing like a simple girl from, like Rinku for example, my makeup artist was sent back to Bombay from Lucknow. I was told there's no makeup artist now. There were, when I was playing Rangili Rinku and on stage and you know all of that, I had my makeup artist. But
But you have to be authentic.
yeah,
so
but when I was at home and I'm wearing the kurta pajama, I was not allowed to have makeup. I quickly put my own concealer in the morning, just a little bit, you know, because I had a pimple here and a pimple there and I wanted to hide it. But I think it's changing and I like that, you know. I think that people are trying to be more real on camera. I think that's not to say that you're making like a nice rom-com and you know there's just two characters, and even if they're sitting at home and falling in love, of course you want them to look nice, you know, you want that to be dreamy. So I like that, but then you balance that out, right? Like when you're playing a character who's just coming back from, hypothetically you're coming back from a Shamshan Ghat, you're not going to have hair and makeup done, right?
Talk to me about the casting process. You go to so many auditions.
Yes.
You think it's transparent enough? Some things need to change. What is it like for you?
Auditions, are they transparent enough?
How is it like? Is it, you know, a lot of people say that, you know, it is transparent, it's great. There are others who say no, it's, you know, the casting directors also.
There's good and bad.
Yeah.
I would say there's good and bad. Some casting offices are more pleasant than others, let's say that. And I guess...
Now I see the Libran that she spoke.
No, but it's true. Some casting offices are better than others, and I think that the more work you do, the more pleasant it becomes. That's unfortunate. It's fortunate for me and for people who are making those taking those steps further. But there are good and bad days in an audition room. There are good and bad casting associates. There are those who want to get the best out of you, and there are those who want to get the job done. And they're two polar opposites. But you have to enjoy if you want to audition.
You've ever encountered anything shady?
While auditioning?
Yeah.
Or just generally?
Generally, I mean,
Yeah,
tell me like
generally
what?
yes, not in a casting office, not in a casting office. But then again, I come from privilege where by the time I started giving auditions, Liggy had entered my life,
Yeah.
you know, and that happened by fluke.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit of a. That's not to say I didn't wait 2.5 hours outside. I still did that, and you wait in line and you stand and you say these are my profiles and you do all of that. But you've done work, so no one is ill-treating you as such.
Things are touchwood going great.
Yes.
Okay.
Hope to
Work
get
is happening.
better.
Yes. You're being stopped at airports, whether for Nishanchi or for Liggy, but
Yes.
you are headed to where you want to be always. With this fame, how does that affect your personal life? About finding love? Do you think it becomes harder because now you don't know if somebody wants to be with you because of
No, I don't think I've reached there in my life
you
yet.
don't think
that
so?
that thought has entered my head. Yeah, and I think that in my head I've always maintained that this is my professional life, and my personal life it's there and it exists, and I'm very, very, very content in my personal life. Whether that's my family, my friends, my past relationships, and everything. So I don't. They don't overlap. I haven't encountered this thought yet, but now that you've mentioned it, I might
Am
start
I the-
thinking about it. And then the next time I have this thought, I'll be like, Stuti,
So you are an overthinker.
I am an overthinker. I'm a Libran. Of
Yeah,
course, I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So अब सोचा जाएगा अब कई एक्सट्रीम्स
Shit,
होंगे
ये मुझसे चाहता क्या है?
No, but tell me, has life changed? Like you're a Bombay girl, but वो anonymity अभी भी है. If you
Yeah.
want to go out and have pani puri, you think you
Yeah,
can?
yeah. What do you mean? Yesterday, I went to get my nails done. I stopped on the road. I bought chewing gum from the panwala. Like, nothing.
And
I actually bought chewing gum. I know that sounds sketchy.
no, I would have believed you. Fine, you bought chewing gum, but ये बुरा लगता है या
नहीं.
yeah, you're okay.
No, I'm happy.
Or you're like, wait, just wait
No,
a
no,
couple
no.
of years.
No. I don't want to let go of that. Like I like to go to Goa, and I like to sit on the beach, and I like to swim in the sea, and I like to do all of that, and I do want the love and the validation that we all want as
Yeah.
part of this industry, but somehow I also want that balance, that when I want to switch off, I can do that.
Lovely. Before I let you go, be my love guru
Okay.
and tell us 3 red flags.
Red flag.
Yeah, that girls should be wary of. And also tell me, are you wise or have you?
No, I'm wise.
You're wise.
I'm very wise. I'm the wisdom giver in my girl group. Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm the one that you come to for tough love and wisdom. Yeah. And say it as it is. And I act in accordance with my own wisdom even in my own life. I take my own advice
Okay.
when it comes to love, not other things. Red flags. If somebody is not letting you be you, is the biggest red flag. I value
So
my
too
independence.
much tokataki saying
Yeah.
don't do this. Don't
Yeah,
do this.
and someone is restricting your freedom and your independence. There's no room for another red flag only. That's enough. Secondly, somebody who makes you feel bad about your personal achievements. And somebody who makes you feel like you doing good is not
Good enough.
good enough. That's a no-no. And what's another red flag? Unhygienic people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't not be hygienic.
Yeah.
I can take everything, but gand.
नहीं हो सकता.
nahi.
I agree.
Yeah.
Have you tried online dating?
I have not.
You've never.
I've never. I did. I had a 2-month
Phase.
a 2-month phase last year. It's not for me. It's not for
The
me.
chatting is not.
It's not, I didn't get to the chatting. Actually, can I tell you something? I had an app for about 2 weeks and I had 0 matches.
Come
I
on.
swear. I swear. I had 0
And you
matches.
didn't write
The
so-
only 2-3 matches that I had were my own friends who were on the app. I swear. Then I was like, this is not
This
for
is
me.
clearly not
This is not for me.
So online dating just doesn't appeal to you.
No. And I'm an old school romantic. I like to converse and I like both chatting तो होता ही नहीं मुझसे. I can't do it only. I like to.
I would like to end this conversation with a very filmy line. क्या true love है Vedika?
I think so.
Since you call yourself an old school romance.
I do think true love is a thing, but I also don't think that it happens just once. I don't think I think it can happen many times, and I think that all love is true love.
प्यार करें.
प्यार बहुत बार होता है, बहुत बार होता है प्यार. I to fall in love every day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Next time we are going to get into details
About love.
About
I'd love to do it.
falling in love every day. But this was really fun.
Yeah,
I'm
it
meeting you for
was.
the first time, and I love it.
Yeah, it was really nice. I had so much fun.
Beautiful house, beautiful you. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And we're secretly hoping कि chewing gum खरीदना मुश्किल हो जाए.
I hope so too, but I hope कि मैं खरीद पाऊँ also.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.